let's be honest, bestie. You're very attractive. You're hot. And you're hotter because you don't give an F. You're hotter because your cutoff game is ferocious. You're hot because you just got fired. You're hot because you're about to quit that job. Because you outwork everyone and you outsmart everyone, you're going places, and I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain why you're going to be a millionaire apart from your coworkers, your peers, and your family members. You're getting your life on the best possible track, and it has not been easy. Whoever I'm speaking to, it has not been easy for you to work out, get a routine, get all this structure, get more sleep, do all of these things. You've been getting your life on track, but a better track than it's ever been on in your entire life. You are about to pop off. You are about to make your fortune and live your best life. Now, the devil and social media don't sleep. It don't sleep, but you will be sleeping more than ever and still making money hand over fist. You're so freaking smart. Has anybody told you today how smart you are? I'll wait. You're freaking smart. And it intimidates people. And something that you're breathing life into is the fact that you are smart, that you do outwork people, that you do outsmart them, that you do look for ways to not have to be on a hamster wheel and actually move in figure eights where it's very graceful and it just flows. You are doing work like I ain't never freaking seen. Like, you want everything in alignment, whether you're doing Reiki, acupuncture, yoga, Pilates, strength training, weightlifting, eating different, intermittent fasting, because I'm channeling a lot. These are not things that were a part of your everyday life, but because of stressors, because of you always being in your head, you finally came to a place where you're like, I can't do that. I can't keep going at that speed because I'm going to get into a wreck. You could have been feeling like a wreck the last couple of months because this is how you were maneuvering. You have the best testimony and always the best comeuppance because of the trials and tribulations that you've been through, because of the upheavals and the setbacks. So don't look at those things as like, oh my gosh, why did I have to go through that? You went through that because it makes you bad AF. I believe that we were all in the heavens and we were looking down at the earth and we're like, I want to go down there and be the baddest mother effer ever. And God was like, okay, bet. It's not going to be easy. And we're like, I got it. I can go to that spiritual training ground down there on earth and I can be the baddest. I'll be a gladiator. I'll be a spiritual knockout. It'll be catch me outside every day of the week. Then we bump our head on the way to earth and we get here and we're like, what? Wait, what? You know what I mean? So you have gone through the ringer. You have been in the trenches with loved ones and a lot of the time by yourself. You got it going on. And I hope that what I'm about to tell you makes you smile and makes you do like a little happy dance, maybe even shed some happy tears, because I've done the calculations. You will be the first millionaire in your family. There is no one like you. Because of what you do when you transmute what is ugly, what is toxic, what is crazy, you're like, I just went through that and that ain't never going to go down like that again. The only time I feel like you ever repeated lessons is when you were in a very deep depression or addiction. And I'm not trying to trigger anybody by saying that, but me being an addict in recovery and an alcoholic in recovery, I get it. I never thought that I would overcome heroin, sleeping on couch to couch to couch, sleeping in my car, being homeless, not paying bills, not being a productive member of society, coming off of a lot of substances, including alcohol, and being in and out of jail. Now being 10 and a half years sober, I feel like I did not make good decisions in my addiction. Not at all. So I did repeat lessons then because I was like, well, I just want to wallow in this pity over here and I don't want to feel anything and I just want to numb it. So just let me be. Let me live. Well, kind of live over here. Now that you are living a completely different lifestyle, whatever you've been quitting, whatever you've been working towards, people they don't know how to do things like that. They don't know where you summon the strength or the audacity. You picking up what I'm putting down? Because a lot of people would just give up. They'd be like, no, that's too hard. It's too heavy. I can't do that. I'm not about that life. People like to act like they're about that life, but they really ain't about that life. Whoever I'm speaking to, you are about that life and you make it look easy. But something you're about to do, okay? You're a mad scientist behind the scenes. Something you're about to do is going to send shockwaves because you've had it. You're hotter because you don't give an F. You're hotter because you ghost people. You're hotter because you're really freaking smart. You just got fired. You don't give an F. You kind of give an F, but you don't give an F. You are about to quit that job. You give an F, but you kind of don't give an F. You are learning how to give none. No Fs. Okay? I want everybody to look up. Look up. Are we looking? Are there any Fs to give up there? And you better say no. You better say no. Are we looking? There's none. Okay? We're done caring about everybody else's feelings. F their feelings. I've been saying this for a week. F their feelings. But I really mean it. Because how many times have you carried somebody because of their feelings? Paid for somebody because of their feelings? Sugar-coated something because of their feelings? What makes you hot is that you stand on business. Somebody said in the comments yesterday that I'm a spiritual accountant. I was like, what? Yes, love that. So if you're new here, I'm your bestie on the internet. Duh. I'm your favorite YouTuber. I'm your spiritual advisor. I'm your spiritual accountant. I'm your cosmic cheerleader. I'm your chicken noodle soup for the soul. So grab whatever you be snacking on, sipping on, and because I'm going in. You are not letting people hit up your line anymore or hit up your phone. You're not going to feel bad for turning your phone off, for having it on silent, for letting people just figure it out. They just need to have their own crisis over there and figure it out. And that's okay. You are getting tired of arguing with people about what your boundaries are. Like, this is what I'm fragile. And then, or this is why I'm fragile and this is why I need a break. And they're like, well, no, I need to be able to get a hold of you. They just try to justify it. You are going through something with at least one person. Now, this could be your person that you're dating, where they're always blowing up your phone and they expect you just to drop everything that you're doing whenever. And they don't do the same for you. So you need to tell them to keep that same energy, because you're looking for a sign. Like, God, do you want me to leave this relationship? Do you want me to walk away from this person? Should I relocate? You are praying right now to figure out, should I relocate or is this person going to relocate? Because I'm not going to put up with this. I want it all for me. People are going to look at you like, oh my gosh, you're so selfish. No. If you were the empress and you were carrying this bun in the oven, would you let this person play on your timeline? Probably not. If you knew that you were like high risk, would you let this person play? Probably not. So what are you going to do? You're going to protect yourself. You're going to do that even if there is no bun in the oven. This is the type of energy that you're standing in. You're like, you know what? What I got going on is fragile. Fragile. I'm just trying to be funny. And you play too much. I am not going to let you make me crazy while I'm trying to heal and take care of myself. Like, you are taking it seriously. You're no longer making excuses for just one person or two person, because it's that one or two people that justify everything. They're the biggest takers from you. Like, no, they have to justify why they can say whatever, justify why they can take whatever. You ain't having that. You ain't having that. I'm here to explain why you look so good. I'm here to explain why you look different and why you're going to be a millionaire and how you're going to be making that money while you sleep, hand over fist. You've always outworked people, but now you're going to outsmart people. You have always been very generous with people. Like, oh my gosh, like, You would do whatever and it would end up disturbing your peace. But you're not maneuvering that way anymore. You've invested some serious coin and some serious time and energy into the life that you're leading now. So trust and believe. If you've been seeing 111 or 1111 all over the place, that ain't for no reason. And possibly 333. Those could be your lucky angel numbers. You are growing up in ways that you never thought that you would. You're constantly evolving. A lot of people don't even try to evolve. They look for shortcuts. They look for ways to cheat the system or to get out of doing things. You have been keeping an open mind on what's going to unfold for you, and that's only getting bigger. Your angels are about to bless you with a completely different opportunity that you were not expecting that's going to bring you even more security. Like, you're going to be rolling in it. And the ideas are just going to be coming like that because you have been intuitively listening. Let me give you guys an example. I lost a job. I got fired from a job. Okay, I got fired from a job. But it struck me different because I was sober. Okay, this was years ago. But I was sober and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I got fired and it was like days before my wedding and days before Christmas. And I thought, this dude is literally the devil. Fired me on my day off. I came in to work for his call out. Okay, one of his favorites called out. So I come in and work a 14-hour shift and I get fired for what I did on said shift. So I'm working, boopity boopity boop. Just kidding, I wasn't doing any of that because I was bartending. But this large party comes in and they're like, you know, I'm supposed to be clocking out because it's about to be my wedding. I'm not supposed to hit overtime. And I get a text, clock out. You're not allowed to hit overtime at that location. I was working at several locations at the time, all the ones I could possibly work at to pay the bills and pay for this wedding. And I was like, maybe I'll have time for Christmas. Who knows? Anyways, I go to clock out. I've got my bag on. I'm like, okay, I'm leaving. And this party walks in and I'm like, oh, hell no. We've all been there where that those people walk in and you're trying to leave. You're supposed to be clocking out. You're not even supposed to be there anymore. And so I turn to the closers and I'm like, hey, get that party sat. People have been getting fired all weekend for not getting party sat. Parties walking in and out the door because they're in the server alley or in the kitchen doing homework or they're on the phone. Don't be those people. Get them taken care of. So I'm getting ready to leave and I'm grabbing the rest of my things and they're arguing. Closing server and closing bartender are arguing in the server alley. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? Get the table sat. Get them sat. I'm clocked out. Okay. I just had strict orders to leave because I'm not going to hit overtime. So they still argue. That party walks out. Now, 2 days later, this party goes into another location, sees a manager, and chews him out for what happened 2 days prior. Guess who got the blame for that? Oh, you will never guess. Okay, the busted, dusted Fred Durst of freaking the bar industry, that dude, okay, that dude, blamed me because somebody had to fall on the sword. Because everyone had been getting fired that weekend for something similar. And so because there was a big complaint, and I think because there was a review, they had to make it my fault. And I was like, how is it my fault? I went and worked a double for you, for your call out. And I left when you told me to leave. I told the closers, they're not cut. Take care of the table. Don't be like Sally Joe and Cindy Lou Who and get fired. And now you're going to have the audacity to tell me that it's my fault? It's like, well, where were you? Where were you? I'm looking on the cameras and I'm wondering where you are. I'm like, you sent me a text that said, get the frick off the clock. And that's what I was doing. So I get yelled at in the office. I go home. I get ready for work the next day. I'm leaving for work. He calls me and he's like, yeah, you don't have a job here. Click. I drop to my knees. Ooh, I'm hearing a motorcycle. I dropped to my knees in shock. Not only did this job pay very well, but it supported my household. It was paying for a wedding that I wasn't getting a lot of help with from family. So I was like beside myself, sick, crying, like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So when I had that job before, long story short, when I had that job before, I let people walk all over me. I didn't fight for things. Even though I knew better than to do that, because my husband's always taught me, like, who gives an F if they're freaking mad? Okay, he's very Italian. He's like, you know, he's like, who cares? You know, if you're not popping if you don't got haters. And I'm like, I know, but like, I want us to get along and like make good money tonight. And like, no. I went without that job for 10 months. 10 months. And before, when I didn't have that job, or when I had worked there before, I was really nice to all the nice, nasty people. I was so nice to them. 10 months goes by. I'm working a side job. I'm working for my husband. Like, I'm just working, and praying. Like, things have just got to get better. So my other job, I'm like working at this job that I hate, and they're stealing, and they're doing all types of crazy things they should not be doing. And I'm like, what the frick? I've got to get out of here. So I go to leave, and as I'm leaving, I get a phone call from the owner of the bar that I used to work at saying, I got rid of that manager. I'm sorry that even happened to you. It shouldn't have. And I'm getting rid of a bunch of employees right now. I am cleaning house because this person was protecting a lot of crappy people that were doing some really bad things, like substances, stealing, all the things. He said, I'm cleaning house. Would you consider coming back? And I was like, trying to pretend like I'm not. I'm so busy. I'm like, you know, working 2 jobs and poor. Like, let me think about it. I was like, yeah, I need to think about it. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for calling me. I will get back to you. Let me talk to my husband. He's like, yeah, do that. So the next day I call him and I get to go back. I'd gone without this job for 10 months and I loved this job. I loved this job. It was like my heart and my soul. Let me stop pretending like I still don't work there. I still work there, but not as much. But still, I went back like a totally different bitch. When I went back to this job, oh my gosh, everybody was mad. Like, I went in mad, like, you know what I mean? But people were angry, like, what is she doing here? Oh my gosh, I just asked for more hours, and I just asked to be promoted, and now she's taking hours. Like, ew, why is she here? So everyone started feeling some type of way that I was back. Like, guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Tell your friends. And I just went and like, I'm the Terminator 2, okay? This isn't the Terminator 1. This is the Terminator 2, and you do not want to get in my way. So I work with a lot of mean girls, okay? Or at the time I did. I worked with a lot of mean girls back then. And they were just like, just so you know, we're like not happy that you're back. Like, it's BS. So you just don't get it. Like, why are you even here? And I said, oh my gosh, guess what? I don't freaking care about your feelings. I don't care about them at all. They're not my concern. And you need to talk to me nice. Don't get crazy. Because guess what? I don't answer to you. And they're like, yeah, I answer to the owner. You are not my boss. I don't care about your opinion. I don't answer to you. So if you have a problem or a complaint, you can take it up with him. Now go tell your friends. And they were like, they thought they could run amok on me because before, when I worked there, I was nice and like, I want to be besties and No. I threw that out the window. And so they were like, oh my gosh, this is the new, who is this? Like, their math was not mathing. They were like, she's mean. She just told me to go F myself. Yeah. And I'll say it again. Because I got freaking screwed over because of you Beckys, you Thirsties, and you Dusties the first time. And it will never happen again. I'm going to stand on business this time. Okay? Because I didn't just lose that. Like, that manager that was there before, like, he did a lot more than that to me. He made things very hard for me at work. If I went to him about like a concern, he would turn it around and make it a whole dramatic theatrical moment. So me and the other bartender would be beefing. And I'm like, dude, that is not even professional. What are you doing? I tried to get a vehicle. He would not verify my employment for the vehicle. So the dealership took the car back. And I was like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. So it was just a lot that I had gone through. And I felt like God is giving me my comeback season. This is what God is bringing you. You've been through so much. You deserve your comeuppance. But you ain't the same person. Bestie, you're not the same. And as much as you would like to believe that you are, things are going to be different now. If you are watching this and you don't know how freaking smart you are, okay, I want you to affirm it below if you know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty freaking smart. I'm kind of a big deal. Duh. You are a mad scientist when you have the creative juices flowing. And that's the type of energy that you want to be sitting in. So let's be honest. You're hotter when you do things your way. You're hotter when you don't give an F. You're hotter when you lose that job. You're hotter when you quit that job. You're hotter because you outwork and outsmart everyone. A lot of people try to do what you do. That's another thing. They try to emulate that. They think, okay, they got a side hustle going on. I'm going to get a side hustle going on because I'm not going to have them outsmart me. But they don't want to put in the work. The reason they don't put in the work is because they haven't had to fight as hard as you. You are a fighter. You are scrappy. I would not want to go toe to toe with you. And I could fight. You feel me? I would not want to go toe to toe with you. And I used to teach little kids martial arts. Okay, I used to teach cardio kickboxing. I come from a martial arts family, but still, I would not want to go toe to toe with you. You are growing up. And the things that used to be important to you are not as important. You're really clocking yourself, okay? You're clocking your intuition. You're clocking the game and everything around you. It's giving Matrix vibes, like you're clocking all the numbers and all the codes. Like you're seeing things differently, like you can see in other dimensions. Things that are like small, that normally you wouldn't be able to pick up and see, like you're seeing that. Things that you didn't think you'd be able to hear, you're picking up on those sounds. You have been retreating in private to find the answers, like digging deep. You are evolving now, coming out of that slumber, that hibernation, and that solitude, that hermit mode, with this new surge of confidence, with this new surge of energy. It's not perfected yet, but I'm here to tell you how hot you are and how amazing you're already doing. You are manifesting strong partnerships, which is important when you're becoming a millionaire. Okay, you're going to be making residual income. You are about to be gifted something this week that you are not expecting. Okay, prepare for someone to surprise you with a gift and expect a sudden windfall of money or a pay raise. But I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be a sudden windfall because most of you are going to be working for yourself. So God's giving you this promotion for you keeping an open mind and for you using your voice and your beauty. So there's different codes, or there's different levels to or reasons why you're going to be a millionaire. First of all, you've been to hell and back. Let's start there. You have heart and you're scrappy and you're a fighter, but you're getting to a point in your life where you don't gotta fight like that anymore. So you're realizing, okay, my hotness will boost my earning power. My voice, okay, will boost my earning power. My angelic help will boost my earning power. The fact that I outwork people, I outsmart them, I keep an open mind, I'm constantly evolving. I mean, and I can go on and on and on. This is why you're going to be making these millions hand over fist. You are moving towards a life where you don't have money blocks. You are moving towards a life where you are in the spotlight and you enjoy it. Because maybe through all the pain and suffering that you've gone through, you become like an introvert. You're like, I don't want to go outside. Catch me outside for what? For who? Now you're like, okay, I kind of want to go out in the rain. I kind of want to go out in the sunlight. I kind of want to do other things or try different things. You're intuitively listening to your body, and it's also helping you with problem solving. If you've been praying for help with problem solving, well, all you literally have to do is calm down. Okay, let's say you're a hothead in recovery like me, and you're like, oh my gosh, this thing is broken. Why is it broken? Ugh! Like freaking out, and it's the existential crisis that you're dealing with. And instead, all you need to do is put it down and say, okay, let me just put that over there. I'm going to pray, God, I don't know what is going on with that, but I need that for later. But maybe you're telling me to take a break. If it's, in your will for me to know, okay, if it be thy will for me to know, you know what I mean. Let me know what I should be doing with that, because I'm tapping out right now. And then you're going to pick up on different things from your instincts and your senses, and you're going to be like, oh, light bulb moments, like, you are a creative genius. You're going to pick this back up and say, fixed. And people are going to be like, what? That's another thing that I got for you guys that I channeled. Oh my gosh, I forgot to say that. You are figuring out other things. You are figuring out things that other smarty pantses are not figuring out. Okay? And I mean techs, geniuses, people that are great with technology, great with computers. Let's say you're not great with computers. You're not great with technology, but you use these things often. And through trial and error and learning the hard way, because you've become really good at problem solving, you watch these videos on how they're supposed to be fixed, but it doesn't work. You feel like you're always the person where, like, it worked for everybody else in the comments, but it didn't work for me. Why is that? And it's because you are coming out with a different solution that is the real answer. That is the real answer. God is giving you different codes, different answers, different light bulbs. And so you're going to make this windfall, this money hand over fist, because you're going to surpass all of those smarty pantses. They're going to be looking at you like, I'm tech. I'm the tech here. I'm savvy. I'm an IT. How did you figure that out? I don't even understand. You're like, well, I did this, this, and that. And because I went through this, this, and that, I got this. And what also makes you hot is not explaining it. If you feel like somebody's trying to undermine you or make you look dumb, you might not even explain it to them. Just saying. There are millions of ideas and dollars hidden from you right now, but they will not be hidden for long. You are getting rid of anything that is a stressor, and you are getting rid of intrusive thoughts, okay? Normally your brain is running like this. You're like, and maybe your doctor or a loved one or a therapist said, hey, you're really in your head and you need to realign everything you've got going on. You don't need to be stressing like that. And so what you're figuring out that you need to do is more breathing, being in your body instead of in your brain. Being in your body instead of being in your brain. My doctor, and I have many doctors, but one of my doctors said, you just need to be your soul. You just need to be your soul. How many days out of the week do you just get to be your awesome soul? And why do you have to be strong all the time? Why can't you pretend fragile is written across your head? And I was like, word, okay, riddle me what? Yeah, you're so right. Why do I have to be the healing vending machine? We all have titles and things that we need to do for other people, but you need to do more for yourself, and you deserve to do that. So you're really... That could be a street bike, but it kind of sounds like a dirt bike. But either way, we'll take it as the ding, as a notification, as a confirmation. Why do we have to be everything for everybody when we really need to do that for ourselves? And that's what you're learning to do. That's what makes you hotter, is cutting everybody off, logging out, clocking the BS and saying, I've had enough. And anybody that cannot get on board with the fact that you're going to be pouring into yourself more because you cannot give from an empty cup, you don't give an F. And then you're going to walk away and really make them work for it if they're supposed to be in your life. Like, you are not going to let people guilt trip you or make you feel bad, like, oh, you're supposed to be giving me more, like, what the heck? And you are no longer going to let those thoughts bog you down because it's toxic. We all know what that feels like when we guilt ourselves, like we didn't do enough for our family, we didn't do enough for our children, we didn't do enough for our person. We didn't do enough for, see, I'm just going to let those fall on the ground because we don't need those anyways. We don't need the toxic, intrusive thoughts because all we are doing is flooding our mind with like, why did I get Johnny from school earlier? Oh my gosh, he had to wait 5 minutes. Why did I forget to make my husband's lunch? Oh my gosh, why did I forget to not get the oil changed? Like, that is the type of time that you have been running on, and so you haven't been feeling like yourself. You haven't been feeling like yourself. So now you are giving yourself an herbal adjustment, a celestial adjustment. You're like, I want to do the laundry. I want spring cleaning. I want some tea. I want to switch up some things. And this is the thing, bestie. What makes you hot is you've been doing a lot of little things and they've all been adding up and accumulating to the regime that you have now. This is your comeuppance season. You are no longer going to be dusted, busted, and outside in the cold. Like, how am I going to pay that bill? I don't even know. Like, you're not supposed to be going through that. You are not. You already planted the seeds. So now it's time for those things to blossom, to bloom. Maybe you guys are hard on yourself because you feel like you don't do enough. You feel like people always need more and more and more. You just feel bad all the time and you're like, I just can't do that anymore. I can't do that anymore. I need to just be a soul. Just marinate in my awesomeness. I am seeing more meditation so you can focus on one thought and one thing. I am seeing you focus on breath and just realigning everything. And I'm so freaking proud of you because I know whoever you are, you could have post-traumatic stress, okay? You could have CPTSD or PTSD. You could have a lot of things that you went through when you were younger or different trauma responses. So the fact that you are transmuting this, standing on business, and just still out working people around you, other smarty pantses, other millionaires, whoever, you need to smile and give yourself a round of applause. You need to do a little happy dance. I want to know in the comments if you did, because you are not going to be poor. Your future self is like, we're almost there. You're almost there. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Can we fix it? Yes, we can. Can we have it? Can we reach it? Can we summon it? Do we believe? Yes, we do. And yes, we can. We have temperance. You never thought you could have a peaceful life like this. You're like, I don't know, it's going to be some work. Not really. What makes you hot is the fact that you're going to unplug everybody. You're like, I don't care about that social media. I don't care about what your problem is over here. I mean, you do care about certain people, but you're not going to let them have that type of access to you anymore until everybody is retrained and in their lane. So let's say you work from home, but everybody nags you and bothers you when you're working from home. Like, oh my gosh, well, you're at home so you can do all the things. You might build a shed. You might build a studio or an office and work in that and lock the door. You might rent a studio or an office or work in a, cafe from your laptop, because you're going to retrain everybody to, you don't have access to me. I need to breathe life into myself. And until you guys all get your act together, you're not going to be seeing a lot of me. That is what's going to bring you peace. You have enough intrusive thoughts to last you a lifetime. You don't need their whining, complaining, and tugging and nagging as well. We don't need it. We don't need it. God wants to show you you're getting a fresh start and you have options. Things are going to start moving really fast for you, and you're not expecting that. You're not expecting people to support you. You look at it like, oh, there's this cool thing that happened. Well, that's not going to last long, so I'm going to rock it till the wheels fall off, but I won't be surprised when it leaves you, or leaves me, but it's not. It's not leaving you. It's not leaving you. You are being led to victory. You are being led to success. You get to be the daydreamer. That is what's being activated, okay? You're getting all these light bulb moments because you get to be the daydreamer. You are not supposed to be working in a robotic freaking job. No, 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 no. What you get to do is wish upon a star, encourage people with your voice. You get to be a soul. You get to work on emanating light and being really happy. Okay, you get to focus on your heart, on your breathing more. And even though the devil and social media never sleep, you're going to be getting more sleep. And you deserve it. Okay, you deserve it. I do see a couple new friends coming in for you that you are not expecting. So let's talk about that. Things that you were not expecting. A new car. A new home. Some of you guys are going to buy some chickens. Or you're going to start buying animals like you have a farm, like you already have land. Other things that you don't see coming is you're getting a new level of confidence. You're going to have options. The daydreamer in you is being activated. You were not expecting that. You feel like maybe it comes in spurts because you're an overthinker. But that's here to stay. Because of all the small things that you've been doing that have led up to this moment, that's what makes you amazing. You're like, oh, well, I did do that because of so all that pain that you went through that led you to all the little things. All those little things add up. And my calculations show you don't see this recognition coming. Or maybe you think you should downplay it. Like it's going to be small. Like it's not going to be that great. Or, you know, whatever, what have you. But I'm seeing you're about to get paid. Let's be honest. You're hot. God made you hot so you would bring the people in as the messenger. Whatever you are a messenger in. It could be music. It could be art. It could be the spiritual community. Whatever it is that you do, it will be very lucrative because not only do you have the beauty that entices people, then you have the voice and the brains and the audacity to back it up. I want you to affirm it below. I got the beauty, the brains, and the audacity to back it all up. So people think like, oh, they're a ditz, they're an airhead, they don't know much. They don't know much because they're pretty. And then they listen to you and they're like, oh. You constantly change people's minds about you. So whatever mess you felt like you were in, your angels have been untangling you. Okay, they've been working overtime to untangle you. This is about to be your victory lap. So again, you have the beauty, the brains, and the audacity. What's that song? I got the brains and you got the something. Let's make lots of money. That's the song I'm hearing. Let's make lots of money. Some of you guys could be doing a lot of online shopping. And maybe you plan to pump the brakes temporarily on online shopping. Now, if it's not online shopping, sorry, I'm just like channeling that randomly. It's giving you have a little vice that happens when you're feeling impulsive or anxious. Now, for example, it could be online shopping, but there is something that you realize that you do when you're anxious. It could be vaping. It could be smoking. It could, you know what I mean? Whatever it is, you're like, oh, I got to make a new plan because I want to be smarter with my money. I want to be smarter with my time, my resources, whatever it is. Why you're going to be a millionaire and what makes you hot is you don't just talk to just any old body. You're not thirsty. You're not a pick-me. You're not an opportunist. You're not here to ride any coattails. You know that you're the golden ticket. All of the hard knocks that you went through have made you incredibly untouchable, unpredictable, and smart. I'm going to say that again. All of the hard knocks that you've been through have made you incredibly smart, unpredictable, and I forgot what else I said. But you guys know what I mean. Okay? You are done trying to juggle all these things in the air. You look at people like, don't talk to me, don't get crazy. I don't know. It's like you got this force field of protection that just says that you're somebody important. I don't know if you know this, But you have been carrying yourself like you are somebody of great importance, and you are. I don't give a frick. Like, look, I'm in my freaking PJs, okay? I got my favorite t-shirt, somewhat dress on, but it's kind of short, with my favorite flannel shorts on and my favorite little scrunchy socks, okay? But I'm still walking up and down like, I'm gonna get my trash can, I'm gonna do this. And I've had a lot of construction by my house, and power companies like tearing down lines and doing all types of crazy stuff. So like, just being all in the way. And I look at them like, can I help you? I'm not gonna be like, hey, like, no, I don't have time for that. But you hold your head up high. So it don't matter if you live in the hood or whatever you drive or don't drive. People think, oh my gosh, they got audacity. They got brains. They are beautiful. They're the whole package. You are the total package. And now you are realizing like, oh my gosh, God made me perfect. And this whole time I was over here complaining. You are hotter because you don't give an F. But you used to. Okay, so you're a recovering doormat a recovering doormat. You are a people pleaser in recovery, a hothead in recovery. You're no longer popping off at just any old body that wants the time of day. And sometimes people will be trying to pull it up out of you, and you're not going to give it to them. So that's something that you're really working on right now. So the devil doesn't sleep, and social media doesn't sleep. You've always put an incredible amount of pressure on yourself. Like, oh my gosh, well, I've got to be doing all of this work. Again, you're learning how to work smarter and not harder. And you've been getting your life on a very stable, prosperous path. You were going through this unexpected alignment. You were getting unexpected access to information that maybe you underestimated. Maybe you have a meeting with somebody and you're like, oh, I'm sure that will go well. But in the meeting, you learn so much more. And you're like, whoa, you're blown away. You're like, I wasn't expecting to learn all of that. And now I have even more in my tool belt as the magician. Now I'm officially becoming the Empress. People see you as an orb of light. Do you know that? You guys could be here seeing light orbs or orbs of light. People see you as this like, wow, you have so much wisdom. They're so youthful. They're so beautiful. Look at how they move. People love watching you. So you guys are being brought some people that are destiny helpers. And these destiny helpers, they want to see you succeed. And because you can feel this love and things are shifting and changing for you, you're switching timelines. You're going through a quantum leap. You're in different dimensions, okay? You're hopping through different dimensions. So you are being led to a place in your life where you get to have fun and be smart and make money. I don't think you realize how much success you're really calling in right now. A lot of you, it's going to be online. Now let's be honest for a minute. Everyone's online. So it's not unrealistic to be an entrepreneur and to work online. Because I know some of you guys are like, well, I want to be an introvert, or I don't really want to be out there like that. But you're freaking smart. So you're going to be getting ideas where you could do it with AI. You could do it without even having your face. Do you know what I mean? You could have a podcast. You're doing something where people will be obsessed with you. But I am getting because you're hot. That is what's drawing them in. Now, if you've already been doing this, you've been gaining momentum. You've been building up your confidence. You haven't been letting the naysayers get to you as much like maybe they did in the beginning. But those of you that are just starting out, you have to realize that the things that you went through that were tough, that were hard, that you wish you didn't have to go through, are what is going to push you to the finish line. You are going to get to the finish line because of those tough lessons. Not because you were coddled or spoon-fed or it was easy. We've all had like friends or siblings or coworkers where they didn't have to work for it, so they just didn't have the same amount of heart. We all know somebody like that where they never had to fight for it, so they're just like, well, if I don't have to, I'm not going to do it. And it's annoying. It's annoying. You guys could be seeing angel number 1010, and as I'm showing you this card, I'm hearing an airplane. This lesson is completed. There is a certain lesson that you completed. I feel like it has to do with what you're willing to put up with and not put up with, how you're going to use your voice, and how you look at yourself. Because I feel like we are our hardest critics. Like, oh no, I don't look right. Oh, I shouldn't have been doing that. Oh, I shouldn't have worn that. Oh my gosh, what I do to my hair. You're kind of just not, that's what makes you hot, is you not giving an F. Like, yeah, I can dress nice, but I like wearing my pajamas. Like, maybe you are hard on yourself because you're like, oh no, I always need to be dressing fancy and da-da-da-da. Like, people still think that you are this force of light, this force to be reckoned with. People are always staring at you and gawking. This is a big revelation for you. A big revelation that you're happy. That despite all of the challenges, somehow you've been able to cover it. Let me explain. Let's say you had some health concerns or health issues and you don't have insurance and you're like, how am I going to pay for these doctor bills, blah, 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 blah. And somehow you've been paying for these doctor bills and blah, 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 blah. Or maybe these these bills, hospital bills, doctor bills have been putting you in debt. You are coming out of debt. I got this in reverse. 5 of Pentacles in reverse is your behind coming up out of debt. Now, you could be thinking, bestie, I've got like 5, 10, 15,000 in debt because of these type of bills. You're still coming up out of debt. You are going to be making this money hand over fist. So maybe you were a little annoyed, like, why do I have to have these health issues? Why did I have to? Because it all led you here. So you would be able to sustain your millionaire status, your billionaire status. 10 of Pentacles. I see a lot of you want to have a farm. You want to have animals. You want to grow your own food. You want whole foods. You want to be able to go to the farmer's market. You want to be able to sew all day or only work twice a week. You want to make baby food with your children. Whatever it is that you want to do, you're going to be able to do that because you're freaking smart. And you're already doing that. That's like people don't understand about you too. They think like, oh, they must really be overworking themselves. Not all the time. You guys are not always overworking yourselves. It might look like that to some people, some busybody know-it-alls that think they know how to do your job, but you do things in a very unconventional way that people wouldn't think of to do, and you're doing it when you have the energy. When you have the energy. So let's say you do work from home or you're an entrepreneur. You're going to get a lot of the work done on the days you're like really feeling it. And on the days that you don't, you're like, okay, I've got to learn how to not overthink and to put that stuff down, because nothing good is going to come out of me having an empty cup or me being on like, and running on low. And those people don't get that. You used to be the type of person that would just go and go and go and go and go. And that is something you've really had to overcome, and it has not been easy for you. You've had to strategize. Okay, how am I not going to stress? How am I still going to get these bills paid? And once you really start getting out of your own head, you just feel so good. There are certain things that you're introducing or implementing, and you're like, why didn't I do that before? Why did I get away from breath work? Why did I get away from meditation? Why wasn't I doing meditation before? Why wasn't I working out like this before? You are unlocking so many cheat codes and so many different avenues and channels for your comeuppance to thrive. Okay? If you have a lot of stress in your life, the working out is helping you. It's giving you an outlet. If you have a hobby, that is helping you. It's giving you an outlet. If you are doing breath work, that's helping you recalibrate your circadian rhythm. You're like, I'm getting ready. Like, in ways that you have not seen in yourself in a long time, or things that you were familiar with, but now you're kicking it all the way up. You're like, those things did help me in the past. So now I'm going to take it to the next level. I am going to take it to the next level. You are leaving behind what doesn't work for you anymore. Okay? Let's say you used to be a really active person and then you started working from home. So now you're like, well, I'm not getting any steps in and I'm not as active and my body's going through all of these changes and they don't feel that great. And now I really have to watch what I eat and I really got to watch, how I move, or I need to be more active. Whatever you did or however you slowed down, you're going to pick up certain things that help you. You're going to also be able to finish certain things you wanted to finish. Let's say you wanted to finish a series or you wanted to finish reading a book. You're going to be able to do that. I'm seeing you guys have more time. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. You are going to have the time because you are being protected and provided for. You want to sip tea and lay in the bed? Sip tea and lay in the bed. You are learning how to be a soul. You are learning how to be just you. Like, I'm fragile. Handle with care. You don't. Then middle fingers go up and they stay there. You don't have access to me. Sorry. Toodaloo. Like, you have all types of options. So you are going to be feeling spoiled by the universe. Like, oh my gosh, like I can't even believe that this is all unfolding for me. What a big transformation. Like, this is, wow. People get crazy. You guys might start having vivid dreams if you haven't been dreaming. I'm seeing you guys want to build a house. So you could be wanting to build 333 on my timer. You could be wanting to build something. Build a business. Build another stream of income. You're wanting to build a different life for yourself. So let's say normally you wouldn't want to renovate or decorate or do something like that of that nature. Like, you'd want to move into a place that's like already ready. Maybe it's giving you that inspiration to want to add some things, to want to customize some things. You deserve a custom life. You aren't supposed to have no cookie cutter life. You shouldn't have, it's giving, you should have acres, not zero lot. You should have no HOA versus HOA. You should have a whole pool, a whole garage of whatever the frick you want. Like, you can build it. Yes, you can. You will have it. Yes, you will. I freaking love this deck. It's so cute. So cute. We have the Forest Ranger. These dreams are protected. You think like because you can't see your angels and ancestors, they're not peeping what's going on around you to make sure like you're good. To make sure you're good. Especially if you're taking care of your health or you've been going through some concerns. They have their eyes on you. They're making sure like there's a force field around you when there's cars driving all crazy and erratic, when there's people trying to pop off in a public setting. No, 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 no. Anything else for the collective? Dr. Lion. You are surprising the experts. You could be in the medical field as well, or people consider you like a therapist or a doctor. They're like, oh my gosh, you should be my doctor. You should be a therapist. Are you licensed? Because you're pretty freaking amazing. People would think that you went to medical school. I'm telling you, you're really freaking smart. Do not doubt the fact that you are. Your doctors are stunned, and it's the school of hard knocks. A lot of us did not graduate high school. Okay, I'm little Miss GED. I was like, withdraw me from school. I'm starting college early. So I got my GED and went to a junior college. Didn't even finish because I was like, for what? Turned down for what? You don't have to have. Now, there's nothing wrong if you want to complete your education, if that is what you want. But you're not going to make yourself feel bad. A lot of people that are doing well in certain things that you actually want to be doing yourself didn't finish school. So So yeah, people feel like they're resuscitated when they're around you. They feel good. Like, wow, that person has a lot of substance. There's so many layers to getting to know them. So there's going to be a lot of you versus them. You are Sergeant Murphy. You're standing on business. There's going to be a lot of Captain Salties because you're putting up your boundaries. You're hot when your cutoff game is ferocious. You're hot when you're ghosting and not answering the phone. You're even hotter when your phone is on Do Not Disturb. You just don't give an F. Capiche? So there's going to be some people salty, and they better get into the little boot camp that you're running right now. You're running a little mini boot camp. Like, if you want to stay in my life, you better get it together. You better get it together. Because I am not going to be in the hospital. I am not going to be dealing with all these health issues because you guys play too much and justify everything. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. See? Hospital. This is where you will end up if you keep letting the one or two people slide. Ain't no one sliding. See how here's Captain Salty like, oh my gosh, but let me just explain one more time. And you're just like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I'm not even going the same direction. I'd be cracking myself up. I'm seeing the baker in the bakery wants to pop out. And I'm hearing, do you know the Muffin Man from Shrek? Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man. The Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man? That's how they're going to be with you. Have you seen The Collective? Oh, you haven't seen them? Nope. See? Do you know them? People are going to know your name. Have you seen them? I haven't seen them lately. Do you know what they've been up to? Riddle me what? They are taking care of that bun in the oven. And how funny. This is an actual bun. And then we have the Empress. I love this. There's so much luck and blessings around you and fertility. Like, It is not your job to put out everyone's fire. People are always hitting the bell like, it's an emergency, collective. I kind of need you. No, you need to wait. No, I'm not going to answer. Not everything is an emergency. I got my own emergencies. You feel me? You have your own emergencies. So you might call a meeting of some kind to explain it once. I'm going to explain this once. Wrap your brain around it because I will not end up hurting myself to fill up everybody else's cup. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. So you're going to see really what people are about right now. Some people are going to be stomping and throwing a fit. Give me access to your energy. No. If I feel like this, F all the way off. F all the way off. Okay. Yeah. You're about to send it. All of your dreams, you're sending it. It's being activated. Your angels are behind the scenes like, yep. Activate this wish. Activate this miracle. All of it's unfolding for you. Are you excited? Ugh, it's a lot. Like, you're going to be a millionaire. You're going to be a millionaire. Somebody here wants like a disco ball or stripper pole or something in their living room. Do that. Who says you can't? Who says you can't? Okay, you want that in your living room? Put it in your living room. It's your life. Okay, it's literally your life. Again, you're going through this activation. You also have justice coming in. So keep serving yourself right now. You have to be more selfish. I mean that with everything in my body. You have to be more selfish. You have to move more silently or people are going to try to stop your takeoff. Now, they won't be actually able to stop it, but they're going to try to get in the way. You are unlocking a whole new life after a whole bunch of setbacks. Yep. You're going to be living comfortably. That is what you're destined for. You guys, let me know what's going on in the comments. I love you guys so much. I'm so excited. Just one more tippity tap because it just be cracking me up. Oh, somebody said like you're a spiritual accountant. I was like, what? That is just funny. That is just funny. Anyways, I love you guys. Everything is getting better and better and better. Affirm it below. It's getting more better. If you made it to the end of this message. Also, I want you, if you made it to the end, to not only comment, it's getting mo better, Drop your handy dandy calculators, okay? We are spiritual accountants up in here. Drop your calculator emoji down below. Yes, boopity boopity boop. Love you guys so much. Drop your favorite affirmation, your favorite ask-formation. Don't forget to smash the you know what. Hit the bell, duh. You do not want to miss out. You just don't. All important links are in the description box, like for Patreon. That's pretty important. It's only $11.11 a month to join. It's exclusive content only, and it's ad-free. It's ad-free. And I think that's it, right? Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.